4-1 road trip. You gotta love it, okay? Because no one was predicting that. Haters from left to right, trying to get them off me, okay? That's what the Warriors are going to have to deal with all season. But every time we win a game like this, it's saying you need to watch out because we're getting hot. And I'm telling you right now, 8-2, they're top 5 team in the West for me. But everyone's going to tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. Go look at the record, and we're top 5 in the West. That's all I'm saying. You can hate me if you want to, but I'm just saying it's on the paper, okay? It's on the win column. That's all I'm saying. And until that's proven differently, there's really no reason to start hating, But great win by the Warriors. Dub Nation, you got to love this. We are finding a rhythm, and we'll talk about the fourth quarter in a second, the refs in a second, but you got to appreciate this win. I'm just going to go in and say it now. This was more of a traditional starter game. We did have a lot of fire from the bench in the first half. However, it was really good to see that we got some solid minutes played from our starters and dependent on our starters, because a lot of the time and in a lot of these games, the bench has won the game in the statistical category. However, tonight, I'm going to just list off the starters real quick. We got Andrew Wiggins, 35 minutes, probably the most he's played this season, 18 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. You have to love the effort off that. And he was fighting for the ball under the basket. When he missed a layup, he got up and tried to get it again. And you're just seeing the fight of 2022 Andrew Wiggins. He's there. He's going to fight all year, and you see it on his face. You see it when he comes into the building, and he's trying to make a statement about this. He is still that player. He's still, plenty in the age category to be in his prime. So you got to love the effort he's giving. This is a really good thing for us, and as long as it continues, this team's going to be really good. Draymond Green, 31 minutes, have 8 points, 11 assists, 4 rebounds. That's fantastic. Love to see it. That's something you want from Green, and he was fired up. I mean, cameras didn't catch it, but he was hollering, cussing at the opposition for sure. Definitely fired up, but I like that side of Draymond. He was giving that competitive spirit tonight, okay? And you know what? You got to give it to your team, guys, because this is the 5th game of the road trip. It's a lot of the time when teams just, the last push to get out of the last game to get home, sometimes it's not going to look pretty. It didn't in the fourth quarter, and that's fine. We'll talk about that in a second, but that's just how it is. Chet Holmgren got hurt. That's is what it is. He went up when Wiggins went up. Wiggins comes downhill pretty quick. He probably wasn't expecting to get that much force at the basket. He elevated really high and came down on that hip. Hopefully he's all right. And I know, this is a Warriors channel, but for the young guys in the league, he had already dealt with an injury for a full year, didn't get to play his rookie season. And you just don't want to see that from a young up-and-coming, I would say, star of the league. He plays really good. So I sure love his game. I watch clips of him when it comes up. So hopefully it's just a bone bruise or something, and he could heal up quick. You don't want anything major, especially from the future of the league, But circling back to our team, Trace did not play a lot due to that. That's where I was getting at, is he played 5 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds. And the reason why he probably never got minutes, and the reason why Kevon Looney didn't really have minutes, is the way OKC plays and how guard heavy they are anyways. It kind of worked its way into a guard game. And what I mean by that is they literally were playing 5 guards for a lot of the rotation, a lot of the time after Chet was out. So it is what it is. Steph Curry flourished, though. We have 37 minutes, 36 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. He did have a couple turnovers, was kind of flimsy with those across the court passes, but our whole team needs to clean up the across the court passes when you're playing like a top 5 defense. It's probably not the best pass to make, but the Warriors are going to make those mistakes. That's okay because we are a really heavy assist team, and you are not going to get a perfect night. You're not going to get a perfect pass every night. It's not how it's going to be. It's not how it's going to be. You can't expect it. We have a lot of young players. This team's still getting used to each other, but it looks great. It looks a lot better than a lot of other teams in the league right now. So, and I'm pretty sure we had 35 assists. Anytime we're over 30 assists, 35 assists. They had 25 assists. So anytime you're over 30 assists, you know the team is moving the ball right, okay? And you got to love it. It was a beauty. We had 21 three-pointers tonight. That's really good for us. 48% from the three-point line. I don't think we're live and die by the 3 team as much as I was saying so earlier in the season, because we really have won some games without being a good three-pointing, like a good three-point shot. Like there's a couple games we didn't have the best three-point percentage and we still found a way to win. And that's due to the depth. So it's good to know that, It's really good to know that. But De'Anthony Melton came into the starting lineup, was a little slow to begin with. I think he had 1 or 2 turnovers and just looked a little out of it, but we needed him to play a little bit to kind of get back into his rhythm. He was sitting out for a couple games for sure. So he ended up finishing 19 points, 2 assists, 10 rebounds, 27 minutes. That's phenomenal. We get that production from him. It's great. I will say, though, and I'm just putting it out here, even though he's not starting, Jonathan Kaminga was the star of the show. I know Steph had 36, know Melton had 19, know that Wiggins had 18, but when it came to getting our lead back, well, we didn't have it, but like getting back and getting ahead in the first half, looked no further than Jonathan Kaminga. He played out of his mind. He had 14 points. I think he had 12 in the second quarter, I believe. Yeah, 12 in the second quarter. I think finished with 14 and then finished the game with 20 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, 26 minutes. And at the end of the game, he had a lockdown possession play where Curry came to help. Melton got the ball, sealed the deal for the game. And you just got to love that effort. It's a team game when it comes to the damn Warriors. Like I was saying from the beginning of this all, strength in numbers on steroids, and that also shows up on the defensive end. And you know what? If Jonathan Kaminga learns to play that type of defense when it really matters in crunch time, he's going to be an all-star at some point. I'm rooting for him every single day out there because he has a great first step, great drive to the basket, most athletic, one of the most athletic players in the league. And that's just the gifts. On top of that, he's a great shooter from the mid-range. Great, has a little bag that's like perfect, though. It's perfect because he has a couple steps, a lot of dunking, and you'd love to see it. He had a big one tonight. He hasn't really had a lot of explosive dunks this year, so it's good to see him get one, right? And you're just rooting for him. You're rooting for him because this is his 4th year. He's getting into the rhythm of the game now. I think he was like, 9 points he was averaging when he was in the starting lineup. When they put him on the bench, he's up to about 14 now. And that's good. We're building confidence back. And, it is his 4th year, and I know people are going to say this, and that about it, but he's still so young, so young. And he's adapting every day, figuring it out. But if he can play that defense, man, it's going to be Wiggins 2.0. And I'm talking about 2022 Wiggins. That's just how I feel about it. Other people can, give their own opinion on it, but I do believe he has a very bright future in this league, and I'm happy that we haven't done anything and we kept the team we did. See what we have. A lot of people are looking at trades at the trade deadline and this, and that. If this team keeps playing the way we're playing, I don't know if you make a big name trade, but there's news out there, You can read up on it. There's talks. But I think this team's very solid. I'm happy with the group. They're really, really good. And where we miss out in height, we make up in every other category. I would love to have a 7-footer that we could just put in. So maybe you make a 1 or 2 person trade at the trade deadline that's not a big name, but just a center that's quality. But could we win the whole thing like this? Well, we did in 2022 with no size, just that's how it was. So I don't think this team can't do it. I think we can. And we got to be happy with the squad, guys. I mean, a lot of people, they ain't going to be nothing. They suck. I can't tell you how many analysts have said that. I just you see it all over the internet, and it's I think Vegas had us at 43 wins. It was 45 or 43. Well, this team's a 50-win team. Even if we do nothing, this team's a 50-win team. So you gotta look at this and be happy with it. Next up, we got Klay Thompson. Dallas Mavericks. Gonna be emotional, okay? And as much as, there's people that hate him for leaving, he was a big part of the dynasty. You got to, appreciate his time here, and I sure do. Wish he was on the team, but, it is what it is. He wanted a new look. He got it, okay? It's not like the Warriors did him bad. They sent him to a great team. So that's how it is, and it's whatever. But he was talking that talk to Draymond and all those off-season workouts. And I watched Draymond Green's podcast. I watched Draymond Green media a lot, okay? And I do indeed believe that Draymond will run through his chest. Quote the words of Draymond Green saying, he was saying, I'm an op, so I'm going to run through his chest. And you know what? It's fun competition. You got to love it. It is what it is. And it's an important game. So Steph Curry, Draymond, they're going to be locked in. And I hope the rest of the squad is, because first in-season game. And how would you feel, Dub Nation, if we took the in-season tournament? Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it because it's just another thing they could just love to hate about us, right? Because I love the hate. I do. I love it. It's very, very good. Gets me up every morning loving it, right? But I just like that we are the hunters this year, not the hunted. We've played so much on the hunted side because everyone wanted to beat the Warriors for so many years. Well, this year, they said we sucked at the beginning. They said we were nothing at the beginning, and we're sitting pretty at 8-2. What else will this squad do? Well, I love to just see and watch this turn into a great season for the Dubs. And I'm going to love every surprise we get on the way, because there's going to be a lot of teams that come in to Chase Center and leave like, who did we just play? Same with us on the road. Who did we just play? I know we've been one of the best road teams. We were 22-5 if you're counting the finish of last season. pretty crazy road record, right? Sucked at home. Hopefully we keep a really good home record this year and run it out. But this is a great situation to be in. There's a lot of teams that are underperforming and have a lot of talent. So, you know, can a one-man all-star, can a team that has one all-star player get it done? Yeah. I know Wiggins was an all-star, but you know who I'm talking about. Steph Curry. I believe if anyone can beat the entire league and only be the one star on the team, it's a Steph Curry team with a lot of role players that are hungry and back at it for another one. They believe they can win this, especially from the record and the way that they gain these leads and start to have these blowout-like performances. In certain quarters, man, they ran it up to 30 points on the OKC Thunder tonight. And you know what? People are going to tell me, Chet got hurt, this, and that. Well, you know what? Chet started, and then he got hurt. He was on the roster when the game started. So don't come to me that we didn't do this, and that. That happened, okay? And I still believe we win with him on the court. I'm confident in my squad. Hopefully the rest of the league is, but I'm confident in my squad. Let's get this damn win on Tuesday. Let's get this damn win. And a well-deserved one because everyone's talking about how good the Dallas Mavericks are, why I do believe they are really good. I believe the Warriors can beat them. And if you have seen this road, 4-1 road trip, I'm pretty sure you believe with me. So let's get this done. Thank you for all the subscribers. I really appreciate it. Every single one of you. I love the feedback, love the comments, love the likes and all the love. And I'm going to be here for the long haul, okay? If I'm in the grave, I won't be. But don't see that happening anytime soon. So I'm going to be here for the long haul and enjoy the content. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. And we'll be back on the next one. Peace.